Hello everyone and welcome to a Mad Machines cast. I was told this kind of game was kind of crazy with a lot of class stacking, and that's all I know. If you're new to this, this is a custom game mode where certain players play as giant robots and the others play as humans. So usually there's very few robots. They're usually big, strong, and bulky bosses that the humans have to coordinate and fight. And usually the balance is around 3 humans per robot. That's sort of like what we're going for. So I was told that the humans are doing a lot of shenanigans in this video. So that's what we'll be checking out in the demo of the video that I'm making. Of course, we have the soldier ritual here of just pounding the chest. You know, you gotta get into that spirit, getting ready for this stuff. So let's see what kind of setup the robots are doing. Of course, the map is underground. It's a modified version of a community MVM map, I believe. And let's see what we do. So we have a robot teleporter here, and you can see like it creates this red line. So this is like some custom stuff we have. Allows you to use the NG pads from the balance mode to jump up here. So usually the engineer bot will set up some sort of nest up here, up on the high ground. So they're also running a medic, which is Centro, so he has AoE overheal as well as a fireball that he can throw. And then you also have HiGPS, which is me, which can shoot down projectiles. And lastly, we have Russian Lada, who is a sniper, and there's a lot of men. Okay. Listen to this.
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
Perfect. Alright, so, only medics, in fact, 10 medics versus 4 robots. Who will win? Alright, so here we go. We got the first man out, Pizza Pasta. He has the blue tiger. He's gonna run up and just shower this heavy in needles. Oh, there's a needle barrage here. Oh, but it's Fat Magic here. He runs in. And I think he's actually going to get mad value here because he's a pretty good sniper bot here. Oh, it's a drop! Bot Tim goes down. And keep in mind, with so many medics, they can basically uber chain this heavy forever as long as they don't fuck up their timings. There's literally nothing the heavy can do here except wait for the medics to screw up, basically. Alright, so now Cube is on the heavy. And that didn't work. Of course, Gert Rosplurdo 2009 with the wise word saying, "We need more medics! Some idiot went heavy, that's why we're losing." Funnily enough, with this barrage of needles, this heavy's health is actually going down. Like, this medic can't heal faster, and the heavy's not doing enough damage with the medic onslaught here. So this is like a slow war of attrition where, oh, here comes the Uber chain. As long as they don't fuck up the timing, they will be good here. And they fucked up the timing. Alright, there we go. And... oh, no! Oh! How could they... like, you only need 2 medics with Uber Saw to pull this off. Okay, so the sniper's coming. This is the dumbest fight I've ever seen. The cart also hasn't moved, and we have, like, the engineers just up here surveying the whole situation. And the humans have... oh, wait, we have 2 people going with the Uber chain. Yeah, so the robots, like, they could basically body block this heavy in a corner if you walk there correctly. So there you go. This is actually like a counter for a stalling effect. Oh, a scout coming with the debuff strats. It's gonna debuff the medic that no one's hitting. So the heavy is a lot easier because they're like a lot slower. But oh no! If your timing is off, it's not gonna work. So now, of course, mass medics. It didn't really work, and now the robot is slowly healing up. And let's see what they do here. So here they are. Oh, look, it's the Russian invasion. This guy with the bomb booty or whatever it's called. Gonna run out. How's this gonna go? I think he's gonna run up and kill him. Predictable! Alright, so here we go. Massive firefight. And... oh, the heavy goes down! Who knew that just having damage classes instead of healing classes would be pretty good? Oh no! But Fat Magic coming in here. Keep my Fat Magic doesn't have that much health. But he, unless there's a pyro around, he can do pretty much whatever he wants. And they just need to stay in spawn. Yeah, because he's going to throw the Girardi and just one-shot you, basically. So you need to use your range to your advantage here. is what they can do. And also, you can see this is teleporter was used by PVT Pop-Tart. Decided to go for the massive rocket barrage. He's going to rain down rockets. All the while the fat magic robot is about. If he gets hit by Girardi, he becomes Uber. That's sort of like his gimmick. And he is just going to tear everything down. He's pretty low, though. And then you have this engineer here who's just shooting his revolver with some buffed version of the creator's TF revolver. Here comes, ooh, it's Area 7 Medic trying to chase down the other heavy. And now we're seeing, like, the mass strategies not really working. I think it's too early to say what kind of robot would be, or counter to robots is most effective, right? Without specializations. But generally having an even distribution of classes usually gives the best results. Just overall pretty good. Oh, he taunted and then he died. I think he was almost dead. Alright, so 2 robots down, only 2 left. It's the medic and the engineer. So they still have this teleporter up here, which is going to be vital. However, it's a speed pad, so that means whenever they teleport in, it's going to have some downtime. So Cart is going in. They're going to get this. I don't think this engineer is going to try and sacrifice himself. He's going to put down a mid-sentry. And there comes the pyro. Actually, very good picker. He's going to go down here and just burn everything. And this is Laugh Extractor. If he gets 5 kills, he can scare people. And you go like, ah, clown! And then you just have to run away. So this is a very good spot to be a pyroing because the enemies, like, they have to go to the cart. And also, like, this bazooka guy is also really good in chokes where you don't really have to aim. Like, this won't really kill any humans all that much, but it certainly will prevent them from going there. However, his reload is kind of slow between the barrages. Still just kind of shooting around. Here we have this pyro here. He's going to run into... Pyro that had some crit particles for some reason. He's at half health. The medic robot's probably going to show up. Okay, so they move the teleporter. Spy can't really get there. Public asks the best question I've seen. Spam time? The answer should always be yes. Look at the amount of demos on blue team. It's a Scottish invasion of demo men. And demo men in this mode is probably the best damage dealer. So they're just going to spam this out here with a lot of bombs and explosions. And they don't have anything that can remove the bombs, actually. I think Area 7 can remove them with his syringe gun. So far, the humans are kind of scattered, right? The robots can't really go anywhere. They kind of just have to stay with the cart. So here a strategy would be like you just have a scout, because in this mode, human scouts can respawn instantly after they die. You just have a scout just continuously just hurl himself on the cart so it keeps going forward a little bit each time. And it's like worth it and you get some value, but like... You need to kind of break these robots down far away if this is to be pretty effective here. It looks like they have a setup over here. Like, they also have no engineer, so that means they can't, like, really occupy a point or get healing and sustain for that. Oh, wait, Knez is on the engineer. Is this the 10 Demo Man 1 NG strat? Cart has not moved. Jumping in. Oh, Cart's actually moving a little bit. And here comes the pyro. And oh no, yike! Oh, so scary! We got scared by the clown. And then you die. Okay, so it's 50 seconds left on the clock. This is not looking good for the humans. Unless they can get, like, kill all the robots. I mean, the pyro is pretty low. But there's really not a whole lot to say. Yes, Demo Knight, like, what you want to do is run up close to these robots. Especially these types. Who just melt you. I don't think the humans will break this. Usually, like, you need to use the entire arsenal that you have available for your team. Like, soldiers with banners are very good, medics with Ubers, that sort of thing. Doesn't look like this cheese strategy is really working because they're not able to kill the robots. And they don't have, like, any sustain and ammo supply and anything like that. And this is just looking like a dub for the robot team here. Finally, one guy gets in a proper position here, but it's too little, too late. robots take the first round here. So of course, in this game mode, it's not only one team that's the robots. It's like normal TF2. It's just random which teams are robots the first. So now teams have been switched. And no points were captured. So let's see if they stick with this load. Like this loadout, or this team of robots is really good at defending, but probably not as good as attacking. Because this robot is very slow and can occupy an area, and on open space like this, the humans can like build on all of the roofs here, and you can just do so much damage. So let's see what kind of defense the humans are conjuring up. Smells like Texas here. Ah, yes. A lot of teleporters. Okay, mass engineer defense. All right. Okay, so they are building a lot of stuff. Will they have it ready in time? There's a lot of big ammo packs here. And okay, so we got some support engineers just looking to help. We got... Alright, so we got dispensers. If there was no dispensers, I was going to be a bit cross. So of course, airstrike. In this mode, all weapons that have on-kill effects have been changed to have on-hit versus the robots. So certain weapons aren't useless. But we are working on the balance too and making this better. Okay, so we're going to have the Great Wall of Sentries here. Eventually, we got some speed pads, jump pads. Alright, he's like, okay, he's like a cat. I'm ready! Yee! Alright, he's gonna try again. Fell down. Alright, so let's see what kind of robots they're running. So they're running Ivory, which can split the robots, or split the rockets. They also have Sandwich, oh, and 2 medics, and oh! Skyman here for reflect, because if you reflect, you can see they've already gotten a sentry kill. So if you're not careful and the reflect rune is up, your sentry is just going to destroy itself. So you have this robot who's shooting like this conversion, not really getting anything. You might be better off using the mortar feature. You can see just like there's so much damage. You can see like the health of the robots are slowly dwindling down. But man, that Skyman reflect rune really coming in clutch. 2 medics, and yeah, the robots are just hurling on the cart, just slowly deathballing in, but they are taking a lot of damage. Like 1 medic is gonna fall here very soon, or maybe this. No, yeah. Okay, so you can see here they have reflect rune is on, and you can't shoot it. Like your buildings are gonna destroy themselves. So banana mode is on, and they do get the capture. So now they're as far as the humans went. Shooting the explosive bananas from worms. Soldier here, landing a couple. That's Knez landing airstrike barrage. As the cart keeps moving forward. Like if the engineers just clumped together and stood behind one building instead of having their own buildings, I don't think the robots would be able to destroy it, because the balance in this mode is that sentries are very, very strong unless you have like specific. Like there's certain robots that's good at taking down buildings, but most of them are not. So here you go, we have another sentry surround here. Just so much damage, and of course any kind of electric damage will reduce the healing. If they had a single medic with the Blutsauger, this heavy would be dead, because the Blutsauger that we've added reduces the healing a lot. So like we have given humans tools to counter pretty much anything the robots are doing, and then the robots have robots to counter anything the humans are doing. So it's sort of like this back and forth with adjustment and stuff. We can see like the robots are staying alive and not dying. And the mass engineer strat doesn't really work because the sentries are too scattered. Right, like we have, I don't know how many engineers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 engineers, and there's 1 level 3 at last. But they do get the kill, and now they might be able to recover here. Because now the robots are dead, and they take a long time to get back. They're slow and very robotic. So 1 robot switched off to be a jumper. And now, like, you need to work together as a team here and just fortify this position and get as much defense up as possible. So I guess they're going for like a first line of defense, second line of defense. This is like the Wild Wild West where you have like sentries galore. There's like a sentry here and a sentry there. But there's not just like this really like concise wall of sentries. Like, I don't think this is a good position to be in because the robots can just literally waltz up here and then you gotta move. So yeah, here we have the sandwich robot. Yeah, he's just gonna shoot. You can see like it takes him a long time to actually do something here. Let's say they don't deal a lot of damage. If you're an engineer and you sit behind that, you can actually repair it quite well. Except you're gonna die, and then we just go in and brute force it with some robot that needs to get really up close. Alright, and also like these robots take more damage from sentries when they're revved up. That's like the thing. Alright, so here we have the defense. Actually, banners, keep in mind banners will also make sentries mini crit, and oh, that's a lot of damage. And of course the Uber bot for the robots is just like a flasher. And there you can see like this is going to be very tough for the robots to push, but they do have a lot of time to push this. Let's see here. Oh, he jumps in. You can see like he ignores the sentries, right? And that's sort of like the design. So we made like these, like usually the more mobile a robot is, the weaker they are against buildings. So they go for the engineers and kind of leaves the buildings. And I think that like that sort of balance works fine. Because we do have dedicated sentry busters. Like we have a sentry buster. Speaking of sentry busters, we have one here, and it's a kind of beefed up sentry buster. It's a lot faster. So let's see. Okay, here it is. Let's see what he does. If he touches a sentry, he blows up. Just gonna go in here. And then, he only got. Well, did he get the engineer? I think he got him, guys. So usually, like, it's not like in regular MVM where you can like if you pick up the building and you run into the sentry buster and it blows up, you can't actually run away. Like, he will kill you. So you gotta drop the sentry and just run away and let him get him, because it's basically like the robots are trading a player to a guaranteed pick, whether it be a sentry or a medic or something. So here we have a scout running in. Yeah, scouts don't do any damage. This is funky. Very quick. And here you have one of the robots that are very good at destroying sentries, but is very bad against players. Like, he has a direct hit, but it doesn't do that much damage to players. So the way we color-coded this is that orange robots are like the sentry busters, green robots are long-range robots, and the yellow ones have like splitting projectiles. That's sort of the balance that we have now. So he should really be focusing on the... Yeah, you see he's like ignoring the players and focusing on the sentry. Like, he killed a wrangled sentry with one shot. Pretty much. So that's sort of like... But the robots need to be together. Like, he was there by himself. And here we have Russian Lala playing El Maxo, which is like a crowd favorite, where it's just like you just rocket jump around and market garden people. Very mobile. Don't do a lot of damage to buildings. Don't do that much to players, but you can go pretty much wherever you want to apply pressure and force them. So here we have medics being led in by the Banny bot, which is a bot that just... The more damage you do, the more damage bonus you get until you kill someone, then it resets, so you can just like do chip damage and eventually you will one-shot wherever you're shooting. So he's kind of like a sustain, keep shooting and stuff. And of course, Samways does get the Brass Beast bonus defense on half health. But the reason it's not removed like it is in balance mod is because you can actually see how much health he has at any time. Because that's the thing when you're fighting the robots, you can always see the health. Look at this guy. He's just standing there. He has no idea he's up there. And he's shooting like the short circuit to like reduce the healing. And they're pretty good. So humans hold for now. pretty good hold. It seems like having 6 engineers, like half your team's engineers, that's pretty good. Alright, so a boss has shown up. Normally plays the siren, but sometimes it doesn't. Let's see what kind of bot. Oh! They are running the Pyro bot that has like the most oppressive air blast in the game, and they're constantly crits. However, bosses can't be healed, so any damage they take is permanent. So he's just gonna go in here and waltz, and then you have the flank on the side. I'm not sure why he's going by himself though, because like these bosses are extremely expensive, and the health you take is permanent, or the damage you take is permanent, and you can't cap. So this is probably the worst play he could have done, which was not go with his team. And then you have, they are setting up, Uncle Dane here is trying to set up here, but there's nothing. And then you have Samways and stuff over here. Like, as a robot, you kind of just have to run up to and do the objective, because like, the longer you keep shooting like this, The further back the cart goes. Yeah, see, like he realizes and he's like, alright, fine, I'll just have to go and get the cart moving. Okay, another Sentry Buster comes in here. Oh, he sees a Sentry and that's a free kill. Gets a player with that as well. He got Gert, which was a Pyro. Pyros are also instrumental in having a good defense because being able to relocate the slow robots. Here comes a Spy though. Spies deal more damage to heavies, but also deal more damage if they're at like full health. And here comes another boss. It's the last... No, yes, it's the last boss they have for this map. Alright, so now, what kind of boss did they get? Oh, they got Demo Pan. No, they got the Nuker. Probably a pretty good choice here if he just stands back and shoots, because this thing is really oppressive. Shoots payloads and creates like this huge clouds to block vision. Or, like, but this robot is shut down by a Pyro. Like if you just air blast the bomb, they don't do anything. But it's the fact that it's like hidden and you can like build stuff and hide things behind it. Oh, look at this, we have Gert, the hero, the minion. Minion Pyro. He's just gonna bully this engineer. Make sure that he doesn't get to build a teleporter. But so far, Russian Lotta is playing this correctly. He's just shooting bombs in, and this is like areas where you can't really stay. He's not getting a lot of kills, but like he's reducing the visibility. So far, decent hold. It's only 1 minute and 26 seconds left on the clock. And yeah, what are the robots doing? So they have... Okay, so they're going through on this side. Going for another split. He should really be with the rest of his team. Ubered Pyro. Okay, so they're going for the Shielder Medic, which is one of the stronger ones. Very expensive. Can't attack or hurt anyone, so if you separate him from his team and he doesn't have the shield, he's screwed. So there's the teleporter going up. And you have Nuker. He's not able to capture because he's a boss. So someone else has to be on the cart and capture, and we have PvT Pop-Tart. I'm surprised if he just sets down a sentry here somewhere. And this is a very, very good attack here from the robots. Also with the banana mode on, shooting payloads into spawn. Shield blocking any kind of damage here. And, oh, but the hero Flog. Oh no, he gets killed and the robots take it. So far, pretty good game. Well fought. I mean, they only have 28 seconds left on the clock. And they played pretty well. And the humans, if they didn't cheese as much, I think they would have been, could have won. But yeah, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to check out the mod at bmod.tf. We play fairly regularly, and we also update and balance the mode. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.